Hey guys, it's Mandy and welcome back to my channel, Just One More Bag 01, where luxury meets lifestyle. If you are obsessed with designer handbags, love luxury items, enjoy traveling, or just want to get a glimpse of my Yorkie Winston, you are in the right place. Each week I put out videos on Wednesday and Saturday where I talk about what's going on in the handbag community. I share my personal collection, I do what fits in my bags, and all kinds of fun things. If that's something that interests you, I encourage you to please consider subscribing to my channel to keep up with me and to join our growing community of bag lovers. Today, guys, this is going to be a special video posted on a Monday, and it is actually a collaboration of 13 lovely women. This was organized by the wonderful Deandra of Fashion Without Limitations. I will put a link up for you guys to see her channel. And she was so kind to coordinate this with everybody to put together the 2025 Bag Awards. So there are actually going to be 9 different categories that all of the ladies are going to judge with their handbag collection. So how it works is in each category, you pick kind of like the movie awards, right? You're going to have the nominees and then the winner for that category. So first, I'd like to just mention all of the lovely women who are going to be participating in this so that you can then go to their channel and check out their videos as well. In the description box, I will have a link to all of these women's channels so that you can go and check out their videos too. And please consider subscribing to them as well. I've been following many of them for quite some time. I was introduced to a couple new ladies who I've been really enjoying watching, and I think that if you personally enjoy watching me on my channel, you would really like watching all of these ladies. So, in addition to Deandra, who again organized all of this, so thank you so much, Deandra, and I really am grateful that you had asked me to participate, especially being such a new channel. Thank you so much. In addition to myself, we will have Liz from Nothing But Bags, Lynette from Lady B, and then Chee from Chee Washington, Dazzle from Dazzle Me 77, Jazz from The Completed Look, Lo Yay Yay, Monica from Mo Knows Beauty, Clara, PSA Public Shopping Addict, Sabrina, The Hopeful Minimalist, Adina, Bags and Lifestyle, and Dee Dee from Dee Dee Bean. So, like I said, I'm sure that you guys are aware of many of these ladies, and if there are any that you're not, I hope to introduce you to some new channels and have some new exciting people to watch and enjoy. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm gonna start getting out bags, probably take everything down, put it out so it's easy for me to display. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Category 1, MVP, your most valuable player bag for 2025. I've narrowed it down to my 3 ride or die, and to me the most valuable player is the ones that I'm really using, that I have used over and over in my life and just couldn't live without. The first one, the Coach wristlet. I have had this bad boy for well over 10 years. I can't even remember when I got this. It's just a little wristlet. It has been all around the world with me, Asia, Europe, Middle East. Anytime I travel for work, I always bring it with me. I can just jam my phone in here and I love it. It just sits on my wrist and I feel really good using this when I am traveling because I don't really have to worry about someone, stealing my bag, because sometimes there's just areas I'm not comfortable in. I generally, travel with a larger bag and always bring this with me. Number 2 would be my new Coach crossbody bag. I love this bag. I had to get this to replace one of my other bags because I got gum on the inside, and this is pretty much the same, and I really love the red. It's actually my very first red bag and it grew on me so much. I just love the size. Again, when I'm out traveling, walking around, allows me to be hands-free. It's still close to my body, and I love this. Number 3, another bag I've had for a really long time. It is the Coach Ilena, I-L-E-N-A. Apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong, in the damier ebene print. I absolutely love this bag too. I bought this bag 7 years ago, over 7 years ago in Singapore when I was with my husband for his birthday. It's basically a never full with a zipper, and I always take this bag when I travel. This is my airplane bag. You guys may remember I told you about the time that I was coming back from Phuket, Thailand, and my passport fell out of my Neverfull. So that's why I will never ever travel without a zipper again. So this bag comes with me everywhere. So out of my 3, who would the winner be? Hands down, Ilena. I absolutely love it. Could not live without it. If I lost every single bag in my collection, this would be one of the first bags that I bought again. So this is not available at Louis Vuitton any longer, but you can get it on the pre-loved market. And it is also available in the monogram print as well as the damier. So just some options for you if you're looking for something. This is the winner, guys. MVP. All right, guys, moving on, we are going to be at category number 2, Summer Jam. And for me, it's actually only 2 bags. There aren't 3. So this category, you know, the nominees are a little bit less. And it might be a little surprising when I show you the 2 bags, because it is the same bag, just different prints. So this is the Pochette Live. And I got it first in the beautiful pink denim when I went to Cannes over the summer well, it was before summer, it was in May when I went to pick up my cherry collection pieces from the Murakami drop. And I just loved this bag when I saw the pink denim. And I am really not a denim person, but this color was just so light and pretty. I thought it was great for summer. And because I love the bag so much, I also then picked it up shortly after in the damier print, and I was really just switching back and forth between the 2 the entire summer. Got a matching belt to wear with this bag. So, you know, it was just amazing. I love this bag. I like it because it does have this chain shoulder strap, and then in addition, they do come with a vachetta crossbody strap. So if it was like raining or kind of crappy out, I definitely just wear the shoulder bag, but I liked that I could go either way. It actually is very, very spacious, and I realize I still have some things in this bag, sorry. Let me see if I can show you in the denim instead. So there's 3 pouches that break it up, 2 zip, and then the one in the middle doesn't. This is generally where I put my cell phone. And then I could fit a nice medium-sized wallet in here. And, you know, it really just has everything that I need. So out of the 2, what would I say the winner is and why? For me, the winner, hands down, the pink denim bag. Again, it really shocked me because I was not a denim person, but it just grew on me, and I found a way to wear it with everything. I was buying pink shirts, I bought pink shoes, I needed pink everything. I had my husband running around with me looking for the perfect pink. He was probably going crazy and wanted to kill me. But guys, Summer Jam right here, hands down. Pochette Live. If you've been thinking about it, do it. It's also not at the higher end of the Louis Vuitton price points. Don't get me wrong, it's still an expensive bag, but it's under $2,500, you know. I can't remember the exact amount, but, you know, again, it is a lower price point, and it does have a lot of space, multiple ways to wear it. So, you know, if it's something you are thinking about, definitely a bag to consider. All right, number 2, number 2, Summer Jam. All right, guys, category 3, most complimented bag of 2025. So this one was actually really hard to pick a winner because when I show you my 3 most complimented bags, I get compliments literally anytime I take the bag out. There's someone stopping me, so let me show you the bags. The first one is my By the Pool Neverfull from 2023. This beautiful blue ombre leather design. You know, I've never seen anyone out about in the wild anywhere that had this bag. I actually saw someone today post a picture who owns this on Instagram, and that was the first time. I have seen it on Fashion File a couple of times, but I never really see anyone showing this bag. So I think that that may be one reason why, because when people see it, you know, they're just not used to seeing it, and the colorway is just so beautiful. So always getting compliments on that. My next most complimented bag, the Cherry Speedy 20. Whenever I wear this bag, I literally have people running after me to talk to me about this bag. You know, shortly after it released and I had it, I remember being at the mall and this woman and her husband like running after me at the mall to talk to me about my bag. And honestly, at first I was a little bit like afraid because these people just came like running up on me. Then she was telling me how she had the original Speedy when it was released, and I was like, well, do you ever want to sell it? Because I'd be interested in buying it. And she was kind of taken aback by that. But, you know, again, anytime I wear this bag, you know, even when I'm in a luxury store, whether it's Louis Vuitton or not, you know, the people are always like, oh my God, that bag's so nice. You got that bag. Just also because it was such a hard to get bag. You know, I don't think I've actually seen anyone else out in the wild again wearing this bag. Now, I have seen a lot of it on social media, and, you know, other people with YouTube channels have it. I feel it's actually more common than the Neverfull that I just showed you. But, you know, it is just such a beautiful bag. It's so cute, and I love the 20 size. The last most complimented bag I'm going to show you is the Hermes Picotin 18 in Rose Sakura. So this is one of the most coveted Hermes colors from what I understand, you know, and hear from people. And I feel so fortunate to have it. I really love the pink. You know, my essay was awesome, and she helped me with the twillies and picking, you know, the perfect one that worked for me and complemented the bag nice. Anytime I wear this, same thing. I have people stopping me, wanting to see it. My husband and I were in Macy's, I believe, at the mall. And these 2 ladies who worked there came over and like, can we see your bag? And I thought that they thought I was stealing. I was like, what? They're like, can we see your bag, please? And I was like, you know, I'm going like this. And then I realized that they just wanted to see my bag because they liked my bag. So I kind of felt like an idiot because I was like mad. I'm like, they think I'm stealing? So, you know, kind of a funny story. Also, even when I'm at Hermes, the essays are like, wow, you know, did you buy that here? How'd you get that bag? You know, and they remember me because of the bag, actually. So this is, again, another one of my most complimented bags. I've not seen this bag out in the wild in real life either, so, you know, it is a little more unique. Again, I do see it online. I know it exists. It's not that no one has it, but it isn't as common, and it is such a pretty pink. All right, so out of all 3 bags, which one is the most complimented for 2025? The winner is the Hermes Picotin 18. Again, anytime I wear this bag, I also had people running down after me, you know, just when I'm in the store shopping or anything, you know, even at the grocery store, people love this bag. So hands down, it was this one. Now, if I'd have to say ever, in fairness, it would have been the Neverfull, but I've had this one a lot longer. Both of these other bags I purchased this year in 2025. So we can't really compare them long term, but you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens as they wear them over the next couple years, how that ebbs and flows between the 3. All right, guys, number 4, fan favorite. What bag is loved most by my viewers? So it's a little hard to tell because, you know, I get a lot of love on most of my bags, fortunately. I haven't really had anyone tell me that they hate my bags, so thank you so much for that, I have to say. Nobody's hurt my feelings. Maybe even if you thought it, you just didn't share it and were still kind, so thank you. But the most complimented bags I definitely know are these three. The first one I'm gonna bring is the Murakami Noir or Black Multicolored 2025 On the Go East West. I think that people love this bag, one, because I love it and I'm always talking about it, so maybe it's just I'm brainwashing you. But really, I think it's because not many people have this bag. So I think that people just, you know, sometimes enjoy seeing something different. And the black collection, you know, it didn't really restock. So it's a little more limited. So, you know, making it a little bit more unique. That's the first one. The other one that's definitely a fan favorite, of course, the Cherry Speedy 20. You know, this fits in a lot of categories actually because this bag is just super cute and functional. Again, this is another one of the fan favorites. And then the third one really is favorited a lot, and I was considering if I should or shouldn't put it in here, but I ultimately opted to because, again, it gets so much love and compliments. A lot of people actually came to my channel because of this bag. It is my Graffiti Keepall 50. So this was just launched in August, and it has the scribble print. You guys all know I absolutely love the graffiti. This is leather, and I have not seen anyone else on YouTube or in the wild at all post about this bag. And it's really hard to show you guys on camera, but it does have very, very light kind of squares like Damier Bean or Damier Azur. It's just so hard to get it to show up on camera. And on the Louis Vuitton website, it was actually referred to as Damier Other. But it's from the Scribble collection. I also have the matching beanie, which I have been wearing a lot because it's freezing cold here in Pennsylvania. So out of the three, what bag gets the most love? What do you think it is? It is actually, surprise, surprise, the Keepall 50. Which is shocking because it's not a handbag. But again, I think just because this bag is so unique, I think also because it appeals to everybody, men, women. I didn't give a crap. This was from the men's collection. I thought this bag was awesome and I was like, I have to have it. I love it. You know, just that really cool print, how it Paris, Tokyo, you know, with the Louis Vuitton, and then having, I believe it's the Japanese writing. I'm gonna have to ask my one buddy, but I just thought this was such a cool bag, and you know, you guys love it too, so it's definitely a good pick of mine, I guess. All right, guys, moving on to the next category, number 5, best cost per wear. This one was a little hard for me because I was looking at a bunch of different things, but I think I've narrowed it down to my 3 choices. Best cost per wear. I had to purchase another little Coach crossbody. I mentioned earlier when my one died because I had gum in it, I got the red one, but I first purchased this one for travel. And I got this at such a great deal at the Coach outlet. I believe it was just around like $100, $110. And I have worn the crap out of it. I have taken it to Europe with me. It was all over Spain with me. I had it in Florida for work. And I like it because it's versatile. This bag is very easy to dress up, dress down. It's crossbody, can be a long shoulder bag. And I really love it. Low cost, used it a lot. And it travels easily too. You know, in my suitcase, I don't have to worry about anything happening to it. Super cute, good size, and I can fit a decent amount of things in it. The next one was actually an Amazon find. And surprisingly, I have worn this to a couple weddings this year. This was like the year of the wedding for me. And I wore it just outside of that, you know, a couple just evening dinners. I just thought it was so cute because I saw it and it was out. I was like, ooh, I like that. And then my last one is going to be my Louis Vuitton briefcase. and I use this every single day. I love it. It is in the beautiful monogram eclipse print, and I love it. It fits everything for work. I've done a full review on this bag when Louis Vuitton was launching some of the monogram eclipse bags on my channel. So if you're interested, you can always watch it there. Oh, notice my bag charm broke. That stinks. Had a cute little shiny little M there, but oh well, that's not the bag's fault. So let's think about this. What is the best cost per wear out of all of these? You know, if I just think of the sheer price, because this bag was so cheap, you know, truly the cost per wear is minimal. However, I am going to choose my Louis Vuitton bag because I use this every day that I go to work. I've had this for a couple years. This would actually be, you know, probably my most used bag, purely because it's my bag I'm taking to work constantly that's supporting me and traveling everything back and forth all the time. But I also purchased this in Europe, so it was a lower price. I was able to get the VAT tax back on top of it, and I truly use it more than anything. So best cost per wear, going to the Louis Vuitton briefcase bag, and I love this. Again, something from the men's collection that I purchased, and I use it all the time. All right, guys, we're on category number 6, the best comeback. And for me, I actually didn't have multiples for this. I really only had one bag because everything else I really had worn in rotation. And I don't know if I've ever really mentioned this on my channel, but prior to this year, I truly sold a lot of my bags, almost all of them. And I was only left with a couple. And then I repurchased, well, I didn't repurchase, I just purchased many bags because of that. So the one that kind of came back into rotation from before is actually one of my little Amazon bags. It was just a nice little evening bag. As I mentioned, I went to quite a few weddings this year, and I kind of fell in love with it again. And I really like it. You know, it's something cheap, but I don't know what it is about it. I was just like, oh, it's so cute. And I just like the structure of it. It has a little chain strap too, or you can just wear it as a clutch. I was really wearing it more as a clutch. You know, I also just took it out to some dinner then. You know, normally this kind of bag I kind of have like in the bottom, hidden in the back, so I don't really see it. So I think that's kind of one of the reasons that it would kind of fall out of rotation. But just because I had all those weddings, it kind of came back to life, and I was like, ooh, yeah, and it just looked pretty with some of my outfits. And, you know, it's just a cute, cheap little bag. I don't have to worry about it. You know, sometimes when I'm going to a wedding or just anywhere, you know, I kind of think of the situation and what's the people going to be like, you know, is there going to be a lot of drinking? Do I want to bring an expensive bag there? Do I trust having it there? So this is something I feel is just super cute, and I just don't have to worry. So that's one reason that I really like this, and it came back into rotation. You know, I don't even know the name of it, but it was like just a $10 bag, and I used the crap out of it. So this is my comeback bag, guys. All right, guys, moving on to category 7, best purchase of 2025. This category was hard because, like I just mentioned before, I purchased a lot of bags this year. I was actually considering, should I do a video of all the bags I purchased in 2025? And if you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments below, and then maybe I'll put that together. But these are my top 3 purchases, and then I'll tell you who the winner is. So I'll just go chronological order throughout the year. So the first one that I purchased out of the best purchases, you guys had to see this one coming if you watch my channel. On the Go East West Murakami 2025 Noir. I love it. Used it so much, get so many compliments on it. A fan favorite, a Mandy favorite. I love this bag. I would definitely buy this in another print because I love it so much. I just don't know if I need to. You know, I don't have a ton of duplicate bags. I have a couple Speedies, but they're in different sizes. The only one that I really have in multiples is the Pochette Live, and you know, I told you how I loved that. So I could definitely see myself doing that. I was really considering hard purchasing the lilac version of this, but I think if I did buy another one of these, I'd wait for a print that's a little bit more special, something like this. So this is definitely one of my best purchases, and it was a sleeper. I had no idea I would love this bag as much as I do. So that's something else that makes it a little special too. Another best purchase, Cherry Speedy 20. You cannot go wrong with a Speedy 20, and then getting it in the iconic cherry print. You know, this is a bag that will never go out of style. Guys, it was like freaking 10 degrees and snowing here, and I did not give a crap. I was rocking my cherry bag. This is not just a summer bag for me. This is a year-round bag. I love it. I found that my size of Speedy is the Speedy 20, and I'm so glad that I have this. Like I mentioned, people stop me all over whenever I wear the bag. You know, the only thing, I'm not sure if I really love it with the little bow here. What do you guys think? Do you like it better with or without? I have been wearing it with it. I think it looks cute now that I just added my new little cherry charm that I got as a gift from one of my friends. You know who you are. Thank you so much. And, you know, it's just great. I'm just so happy that I found my perfect Speedy size. I am considering getting a nano because my friend Melissa at the Right Handbag is always saying how great it is, and just because, you know, I'm short, I'm only 5'2", and I have found that I've been gravitating more towards smaller bags. So I think that's also why this was such a great purchase, because I feel that it just fits me better than my Speedy 25. My next best purchase of 2025, if you guys watch my channel, you'll probably know my Hermes Garden Party 30. And I used this bag for 30 days straight. And I know you guys are probably all looking at me and thinking that I'm crazy, because people use bags for literally years, like my family members and friends. And I understand that, and I have done that myself. But when you are a handbag lover and fortunate enough to be able to collect quite a few, you know, you have to rotate them. So the fact that I use this bag for 30 days straight says a lot. And I guess you guys could tell by that this is the winner. 30 days straight. I absolutely love the Garden Party. I probably wouldn't have come out of this bag if it wasn't that we were going to have such crappy weather and I was just afraid. But luckily a lot of viewers were telling me that I don't have to worry like I was, so I'm excited about that. And I'm trying to be a little more relaxed with it. I'm working on it. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I love this bag, guys. I highly recommend the Garden Party. The 30 is a great size for me. I was at a local consignment shop and I was able to test out the 23. I was worried would that be a little bit too small, but I really thought that was a nice size too. So, you know, I kind of think about my Hermes collection and what would I add next. And I think a Garden Party in a different size could be a good next piece. You know, I want a Birkin. I've shared I'm not doing anything crazy. If I get a Birkin, I get a Birkin. You know, it's not something I'm going to go on the resale market for, but this is definitely my best purchase. I love my Garden Party 30. I'm so happy with it. I love the color. I love the white stitching. The leather is beautiful. It's so soft. I'm just really, really happy with it. So here we go, guys. My best purchase of 2025. All right, guys, we're closing out. We're almost near the end. We are at category 8 of 9, and it's SLG Love, the most used accessories of 2025. So my 3 small leather goods that I'm going to share with you today are, first, my pink Rosalie wallet. I bought this in Cannes when I got my denim Pochette Live, and I really like it. The reason that I like it so much is that it has this nice big open area to just slide all your cards in. I hate when I stick my cards in and I can't get them out. That drives me nuts. So having that is wonderful. There's also a little slot in the back here. There's a little slot here. And then it also has a zip. So for me, it's just really functional and fits my life and makes everything nice and easy. And I bought it in Europe, so I got it at a cheaper price. I got the VAT back, so that makes me happy too. And I just definitely feel that it's worth it. Sorry, I dropped my other two. I'm turning into Amelia Rose. She drops a lot of her stuff when I watch her videos. All right, next, it is my little card holder. So I purchased this shortly after the Murakami multicolor drop, and this is actually part of the men's collection. And I use this with my Murakami bags all the time. And I love it. It's just drop and go. It matches the collection perfectly. And I use it with my other bags too. I don't really care. I just love it. It fits a lot in there. It's deceiving. You know, there's 2 cards on each slot. And then the middle, I can really fit a decent amount in there. I'd say 6 to 8. I mean, I jam this thing shut. So sometimes I can't get all the cards out like I was just complaining about, but that's my own fault. If I'd carried less, it'd be fine. But this is very functional and I absolutely love it. Finally, it is my Hermes dual Calvi wallet. And this one is really nice. I love it because it has kind of the 2 pouches. So this one has the little snap closure and then this one's open. So this is where I utilize as a card slot. I put all my cards in here and I can fit a lot. Actually, I could fit more in here than I end up using. And then I put my bills actually in the side that snaps closed. And then it just has this snap closure. You know, when I started using this, guys, I was really considering just ditching all of my other wallets and only using this. And frankly, I'm selling my long wallets now because of this. I'm only going to save one and I'm selling all of my other zippy wallets because they're large and, you know, with this, I just don't need it. This is just so functional. I actually bought a couple of these because I just love it so much. So when I look at these and I think, okay, the best of 2025, it's hard to pick. If I say what was most used, it would definitely be this one. But if I'm going to pick the SLG Love favorite, then I'm going to go with the Hermes Duo Calvi because when I started using this, I immediately fell in love. I had to buy a second one. I got it in black as well, and it made me sell my long wallets. So this is what I would highly recommend. I think that this would work for everybody, but honestly, out of the 3 I just showed you, I think any option would be a great option for you. All right, guys, we are at the end. Category 9, one hit wonder. So the description of this category is I wore it once and never again. So I actually only have 2 bags. I have quite a few bags that I've never worn yet, but if I think of what I've only worn one time ever, I have 2. And it's both different circumstances. So the first one I'm gonna show you is my Pochette Eva. And you guys all know about Eva Gate and the issues I had. If you haven't, go ahead back. You'll see all my quality issues and that I decided to keep this bag. And I'm so glad I did because I love it. And I wore this to my work wife's wedding. It looked absolutely beautiful with my outfit. And I'm so happy that I had it. However, I just haven't worn it again because shortly after that, I got my Hermes garden party and I just shared with you guys that I was in that for 30 days. So I just really haven't had the opportunity to wear it again. I was actually considering wearing this yesterday because there was a lot of snow here and I was like, oh, that would just look so pretty. But then I ended up not going out, so I just didn't have a reason to swap my purse. So this is a one-hit wonder, but not for a negative reason, if that makes sense. My next one-hit wonder is a Tory Burch bag. And I apologize, I can't recall the name of this bag. I liked it because it was a nice little crossbody strap here. It was a decent size. I thought that it looked cute. And I just wanted a lower end bag. Whew. But the issue with this bag is it reeks. I don't know why. I don't know. But this bag, you know, I just don't use it because it stinks, frankly. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. You know, I don't know that I can really sell it to somebody. It just must be the glue that they used, the way that they manufactured it. You know, it's a one-hit wonder. I'm not going to use it. I keep it, you know, at the bottom, away from everything else. I do like the design. I like the prints, the logos that are on it. I think it's a nice bag. I just feel like there's something with the manufacturing of it. Again, maybe it was the glue or something that was used. You know, it's some sort of quality defect issue. I don't know, maybe I should take it to Tory Burch. If you guys know anything about that, let me know. Any suggestions? I'd love to hear it. So that is going to be my one-hit wonder, used and never again, because I will never use this bag again, unfortunately. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed my video today. And if there was anything that you did enjoy, I hope that you would please like my video, consider sharing it, and also subscribing to my channel, again, so you can join our growing community of bag lovers. I would greatly appreciate it. Please also take some time to check out all the other content creators' videos for their bag awards. I'm so excited to watch them. I think it'll be something great to do for the remainder of the holiday. Remember, no matter what, there's always room for just one more bag. I'll see you soon. Bye.